Welcome. First of all, I am assuming that you already have knowledge of the Kotlin language. This is a very short Kotlin discussion where we will focus only on some concepts of the Kotlin language which are extensively used in Android development. The purpose of this discussion is to make sure everyone is aligned with our requirements. Some topics will be covered lightly, but along with that we will focus on certain concepts in much more depth because they are extensively used in Android. So to start with, first we will start defining a variable. So in Kotlin there are two ways to define a variable. Let's say we have a integer, okay, 10. Now we want to store that integer in some variable. So for that we can use val a equal to 10, okay. So this is the variable name a and we are using this val keyword. So like this we can store a variable, but since we are using val here, then we cannot change it. Let's say we want to change it to 20, but this is not possible. See, it will show error, val cannot reassign. So this is not possible because we are using val. That means val is immutable property. That means we cannot change it. But instead of val, if you write var, then this is mutable. That means we can change it. See, there is no any error. Okay, you can run this program also. So this is the difference between val and var. Then the next thing is function. So here you can see this is the main function already we have from where our program starts. So this is main function. Like this you can create another function. Let's say add. Okay, here let's say we will add int a and b. Okay, so this is this should be b. Okay, so it will add these two. Let's say this is the function. So for creating function we will use this fun keyword, then we will name the function and here the function parameters. If there is no any parameters, then you can remove it, but since we are adding two numbers, so we will give like this a and b. This is int. Okay, and let's say the function return the result and the result will be what, a plus b. Okay, so to return we write return statement like this. Okay, now since a plus b, this is the return type which is also integer, so we have to define the return type here like this. After this colon we have to write return type. Let's say instead of a plus b we are returning some different thing. Let's say 1.0. this is a double variable. Okay, so we write here double. Okay, that means this is the return type. If it is returning some string, then we have to write here string. Okay, so now for now let's say it will return a plus b, then we'll return we'll write here int, and we can call the function from here. Let's say the result, we have one result variable where we'll store the result of this function. Let's say 2 and 5, so 2 plus 5 7, so we'll print the result. Okay, so 7 will be printed. See, 7 is getting printed. Okay, after this we'll take one more thing that is called named argument. Okay, named argument. For this let's say we have another function. Let's say func greeting, greeting, greeting. Okay, this function, let's say it takes name and name which is a string and some age. Okay, age let's say it is integer. Now see, if we want to call this function, how we can call like this. See, greeting name, we can write name. Okay, see here we have this name variable, right? So we can directly write name and we can pass like a, b, c or anything you can run. Okay, and for age also we can write age equal to 20. See, like this we can write age and name. So this is called named argument, and if you don't write then also it will work, no issue. If you don't write then also it will work, but if you write then you can write this thing in different way. Let's say you want to write age first. Here see, here age is at second, but here we can write age at first, then we can write age at name at second. This is happening because we are using named argument. Without this named, okay, without this named argument, if you don't write it, then you cannot write it like this. See, here this will cause error because we are not using name. Okay, so for named argument we have to use the variable names like this. So this is named argument. Then the third thing, class. Okay, so in Kotlin, let's say we want to create one class, then we can create like this. This is the class, this is the class name, and to create the object we can write the class name like this. After that we need to give bracket. So this is an object. Okay, To store the object, we can use, let's say, any variable, small letter user. So this is the variable and this is the object, so we are storing this object in this variable. Okay, then inside this class, okay, so this part is the constructor. So in the constructor we can take any parameter, let's say name, username. Okay, so like this we can take username also. Now since this constructor is taking one variable, so we must provide it. Okay, we must provide it here. Let's say the name is ABC, otherwise it will cause error. So like this we can create the object of this thing. Okay, now we can access this also. Okay, like this we can access, let's say user dot. Okay, so see, this is the user, and if we want to access, then we have to write val or var. See, we are writing var, so now we can access it. That means if you want to print it, user dot name, so now we can print it here also outside this class. See, this is the class. Okay, and this is outside the class, this is main function. Okay, but we can access it outside. See, user dot name. Okay, but if you write private, then you cannot. See, here it will show cannot access name, it is private in user. Since we are giving private, so we cannot access it. So to access, we should remove this private. Okay, and since this is var, okay, since it is var, so we can change it also. User dot name equal to, see, earlier it was ABC, now we can define any other thing, we can give any other thing, let's say XYZ. Now again we can print it here also. Now see, first what will happen, first ABC will be printed here because it is ABC, then we are changing XYZ, so XYZ will be printed like this. See, ABC then XYZ. Okay, so but instead of this var, if you type val, see, val, then we cannot change it. See, if we try to change, see, here error is coming, val cannot reassign. Okay, since we are writing here val, that means that is immutable, so we cannot change it. Okay, and if we give private, then anyway here also this line also cause error. See, this is cannot access from outside.